All right, what's up? What's up? So I'm gonna go over a couple things that I find important that's helped me with my trading journey. So this is gonna be a quick one, but a little bit of it's like it's a little compact, but it's gonna have a lot of value in it, and I hope you get something from it to make yourself a better trader. Okay, so these are my trading rules. My trading rules. Trading rules. All right, bet. So okay, so trading rules. Trading rules. Okay. Max, because it's really important. Okay, so we'll do 24 Kobe RIP. Now, the first and most important rule, it might not be the most important, maybe the most important. Okay, it's something that you have to really take into account and really fucking drive home with your psychology, your mind state, your mindset, patience, all that. Okay, this ties into a lot of things. So your risk management is super important. And what's in the risk management? Okay, you want to protect your capital. Okay, how do you do that? 1 to 2 trades a day. Okay, how much? Start off small. Okay, don't worry about you making big old moves, big old jumps, big old leaps. Not yet, bucko. Learn the skill first. Mastery, not ego. Okay, my brickies. That's what I'm gonna call you all. All right, because brick by brick. Yeah, pause, boy.
Hey yo,
All right,
what the
so
fuck?
0.5% to 0.01%. Okay, so how do you figure that out? Okay, you get your account size, for example, say a $50,000 account size. You multiply that, okay, by 0.05. Okay, and that's too much. Hold on. Oh, hold on. We're learning together. All right. So say 1% times 0.01. That's 500. Okay, that's more like it. Not 0.5, 0.05. My bad. Okay. So we'll change this up to 0.05. Half of the half of the half. Half of the 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 half of the. So 5,000 times 0.05. 0.05. There you go. That's the number. Okay. So you plug in this number, with the decimal or this number, and you multiply whatever. So account size equals X. Watch this fucking. I'm a math teacher, buddy. Yeah. All right. Account size equals X. Percent. Okay. Risk. What the fuck? Risk equals. Wait. No. 0.005% risk equals A. 0.01% equals B. Okay. Now, and risk per trade equals A, B, C equals M for money. Okay, or no, P for profit. Yeah. Okay. So this would be the formula right here. Okay. So X times, that's X squared. So let's see, X times A. X times A equals P. Okay. So X times B equals P. Okay, so that's lower risk, medium, The risk. How do you spell medium, bro? I'm a large. You know what I mean? I'm a 2X. So shit. I don't know what a medium is, but nah, XL. Little tight, but yeah. All right. So medium risk, and so on and so forth. High risk, higher risk, insane risk. You could go on and go on forever, right? So you could take that into account. Little formula, right? Okay. Next is what you're trading. What are you trading? Okay. So you pick a symbol. Okay. And a symbol could be like this. It could be futures. It could be future. It could be stock. It could be commodity, indice, leprosy, fucking blasphemy. Nah, no blasphemy. All right, metals, precious metals, gold, silver, all that stuff, right? You kind of get the picture, right? You pick whatever you're going to trade. I personally trade the ES market. ES, so it's a mini S&P 500. Okay. Oh, S&P 500. So what you have to do is pick and stick, like my breezies. Pick and stick to one. Only one. Okay, that's key. One. Just fucking trade one of these. Pick whatever. I trade this. Okay, and that's what I trade. Okay, next, what else do you do? You can, once you pick your symbol, you can pick a chart. Or where to trade. Okay, I'll leave this on the side so you could copy it. Where to trade. So trading view, Ninja Trader, let's see, Top Step, there's Tradeovate, there is Leveled Up, on Trade Locker, and there's all kinds of other ones, right? Sierra, I think you can trade on Sierra chart, which is also order flow. We'll get into that later. And once you find your, like, this is your car, right? Lexus, a fucking Mercedes, a fucking BMW, yada yada yada, you know? Fucking Top Step is gonna get me my Bentley here. So once you pick that, then you trade on the charts and you set your time frame. So I have these starred: the minute, the 5, 15, 30, hour, 4, day, week, month. So I do I do what's called top-down analysis, which I top-down analysis. I think there's an anal cis. Wait, what? Oh shit, man. So top-down analysis. I check the higher time frames, then check lower time frames, and for trend, market movements, and then price action. That's a big one. Okay, and then once you check all that stuff, right, then you can figure out your chart type. Chart type. So like time-based chart, which is like this, what we went over. You see the month, days, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds. But what's a really good one is something called range bar charts. Range bar charts, where it moves or prints when a certain amount tracks have been filled, bought, whatever. Okay, certain amount of contracts have been filled or bought. So they're not gonna look like this. They're gonna look the same, but it's gonna look more of a pattern. Okay, I'll go into this a little later when I open up Sierra charts. Give me a second. So you can see, okay. So I'll do the comparison, okay? Same time, same symbol, okay? This is a volume profile chart where it shows the volume, but same symbol, okay? But it's just a range bar chart. This was the last trading day. What the fuck? Is it open right now? Hey, yo. Okay, this is the last trading day. So take a look at the similarities, okay? So we got a high here, which is that high, that low here, which is this low. But you can see, hold on, let me turn this off. Okay, you can see up here how it hit the top here, right? Let's just focus on this. So we'll do the minute, just so it'll look a little bit more similar. So here is at the bottom you see 1559. So where's that? 1559 right here. This candle. So this main top candle. Okay, this main tip candle. But look how this looks, and look how this looks. Okay, here, to me, it's a little more cleaner, right? You can kind of see a little bit more of what's happening, right? It's ranging right here, but it's kind of just chilling in this area, and then once it starts buying or selling, boom, it starts printing even more. And look, see, like here, that is that, right? This area came down, held, boom, held, came down, and came up, right? So that's the difference of that, right? So where did all my text go? What the fuck, bruh? Okay, my bad. Okay, we're back. We'll do the 5 minute, 15 minute, but all right. So okay. Contracts. Okay. So you see how that moves, that difference, right? Okay. So that's something you got to take into account. I didn't learn that till after, but I'm just introducing to you guys slowly. Okay. You get to see bigger moves. You get to see all that. The next important one. Okay. Next important one is session time. Why is this important? Because you see bigger moves during a certain time. So that time is New York, London session. When sessions. Okay, let's switch over to trading view real quick, because this has it. Okay, look, this indicator, sessions. Okay, these are my trading things. You could do it, whatever, I don't care. Okay, so the futures market has certain times that it opens, it closes, and it transacts the highest. So these are called overlays. So where the London session and the New York session intermingle, that's an overlay. So here, look, Tokyo, London, overlay, right? Overlap, overlay, same shit. Okay, same thing here. Look, again, New York, London, New York, and Sydney don't touch. There's actually an hour break. There's an hour break from here, from 16 to 18, and then it opens up again, takes a break. The futures market is closed till Sunday. Doesn't open Saturday. They're the degenerates are fucking partying. But anyways, you want to trade what works for your schedule. If you work during this time, which is the optimal best time in my opinion, for higher, quicker, high volatility, you work during 9 to 12, right, Eastern time, which in the West Coast where I'm at I gotta get up early, right? And this is what I do, so it's fine. So there's that. So you have to pick your session time, right? It might be Tokyo session, where Tokyo session's kind of chill, Sydney session's kind of chill. Maybe you wake up later, you'll still catch good trades during New York session. But you pick your times, right? And you figure out what time you want to trade. What time is best for you? What time works? What are your goals there? So you do that, and then you show up every day, bro. Right? That's another big move. You see the bigger moves, and you show up. That's a big one, bro. Show up. Okay. So I trade the London, New York overlay. That's what they call it, right? Because you get to see bigger moves. It's more volatile, like this. Like from here, it's a little bit more structure, a little bit more like it's better in my opinion, right? It's short, but that's where you have to act, and you have to really. Well, you see trades happening during like weird hours, yeah, and it'll move a lot, but that's where you have to kind of take that into account. Okay. Another one would be the journal. Journal. And this is a big one, bro. This is really good. So I use TradeZilla. TradeZilla, it's good because it gives you breakdowns of stuff, tells you how you're doing, how you've been doing. You know what I mean? Like you're breakity braked. So it gives you all that stuff. Okay. Then you get to journal, do a daily journal. You have templates, like you set a morning template, you do your routine, you check in, you do all that other recaps. I didn't finish this one, but I am on it. You know what I mean? I am on it. Do your after final thoughts, give a couple, what'd you do, whatever. I have a couple of videos on that, on journaling. Okay, so you can go into that. I'm not really going to go into that too much right now, but journal is key, major key. And why do you want to journal? And how do you want to journal? Okay, so you learn past mistakes, right? Also, it can be videos, like how I'm doing YouTube videos. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to post them, But I look back. I'd rather look it on YouTube than go back on my phone and like a crazy man. Whatever. Can be more like journal. You could write it. You could type it. You could write, type, vlog, whatever. Sing. However you do it. You get creative with that. Okay. Then you do end of week. So you do journal. So every day you trade, and then end of week, end of month. So every day, Monday through Friday. That's the best times you want to trade, right? Monday through Fridays. Okay, and then you dive into these. You see, okay, where am I going wrong? What have I been doing? Am I trading too much? Am I not holding trades? Am I not taking trades? Am I hesitant? And this is the stuff that you're gonna grow. You're gonna be so much better, bro. Trust. Okay, so do that. Next, okay, is study. So you gotta. What's a big one is think of yourself like a boss, and you're supervising yourself. You're supervising yourself. Okay? This is a business, bro. Treat it like a business. Be professional. Okay? However your ex-bosses treated you, just see what they did to do that. And what you didn't like, see why and learn. So study basics, right? Things you're using. Let's see, like order flow, right? Which is basically how the market moves, right? You get to see every order on every candle, and it's pretty good. Okay, look into that. You see, you can look up your struggles. Okay, like if you're like how to spell the fuck struggles, snuggles. Nah, nigga. Struggles. And what can make you a better trader. Okay, and then this is stuff you can log and journal and do all that, you'll notice a big difference. You'll expedite your profit, whatever. So keep doing that. Then you gotta show up, bro. So put in the time. So in front of the screen, market times your times, you know. So whatever session you decide to do, you do it. Okay, sit, watch the tape, see how your symbol acts. If you're looking at gold, ES, and then you go back to stocks, everything moves different. It's like a language. You know what I mean? It's like it's trying to speak Chinese to an Indian person, or a Pakistani person, Pakistani language to Spanish, or uh, Spanish to Portuguese. Is there similarities where you hear certain words that sound the same? Yeah, it'll be the same, but it's not the same. There's structure, there's basics that, yeah, they're gonna be the same, but your language is your language. You know what I mean? You have to be really focused on just one, maybe two, but I would just recommend one if you're just learning right now. Just do one. Okay? So that's a big one. Master your craft. Okay? And then watch the tape. The tape is what the market is doing. They used to like print out like a roll of like how the market traded on the floor or whatever. That is a term they still use. Okay? Then right here. Find your edge. Okay? So my edge is order flow. Okay, and that is Sierra charts. That is this. Okay, so we have the footprint charts here, and it shows you at this time. This is a range bar footprint chart. So at this time, this happened in that candle. Okay, all this happened, right? And you can see, okay, it moved, they printed another one. It moved, printed another one. It moved, prints another one. So it goes off of price. That's why they all look the same. The candles and all that still kind of similar. Look, this is like a strong bullish, a strong bearish, weaker bearish, but it's still solid. Weaker bear, weak, strong bearish, like, but it's not too different from the other ones, from the time based. There's still some, like, you see more patterns, and you see more like you get to see more like what when the market is indecisive. See how it's just moving in this general area. Then like the sellers step in and the buyers step in and they're fighting it out, and the sellers are winning. So boom, it dumps down, and then boom, buyers step in, sellers lose interest, buyers step in, boom, they buy, and now they're just here right now. So you get to see that. You get to see the delta. This is like what has been transacted at this price. You have the volume profiles where I hit it earlier. Remember? Let's see, apply. So you can see during this is the session, right, from 9:30 to 1600, right? It's 9:30 to 1600, which is like 4:30, whatever, 16:30, whatever. So you get to see, okay, boom, boom, and I have this line here. It's 9 o'clock, so I'm locked in already. This big old line. I just put it there. Right, Sierra chart is hard to set up. There's other easier ones, but it is worth it. ATAS is another good one that my Discord, they're really on that as well. So the blue, light blue, this is after hours. Not too much volume has been transacted here. More volume has been transacted here. Big old contract, millions of billions of dollars. Okay, maybe not billions. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But then you get other stuff like the POC. This is a box that shows, okay, the point of control, right? Which the red line here, their point of control. This is a volume profile where it shows you the area high, the value area low of the session, right? So it moves throughout the session. It probably was here in the beginning because it was transacting here, then boom, it moved up, then it moved up here because it was transacting here, and then it's just still there because it's moving down here, and it just the next day. So it could gravitate back, it could gravitate away. So you can see how this red line is the point of control. It means like it wants to go back there. It's usually where the buyers and sellers thought the price was fair. Okay, so that's really big on that's really big, and this is an edge where you can where it helps you out from just seeing, from just the regular person seeing the order flow. Seeing the tape. This is just the tape. This is just the candles. But if you have order flow, then it's a good edge to have. Okay, is there other stuff you can do? Yeah, there's other stuff, but I like the footprint charts. I really have seen growth from that, so it's helped me out. And then back to studying. Learn the basics. Enjoy the small wins. Positivity beats negativity. Really focus on your mindset. Really focus on your mindset to be solid. So I'm gonna put that down. Mindset. positive, positive, positive over negative. Think of yourself like you're a dog. Okay, you got to give yourself positive reinforcements. Okay, so enjoy the little wins. Enjoy the little wins. You're gonna get bad wins and bad losses, whatever, big wins, little wins, but enjoy all the stuff. Okay, enjoy the journey, and reward yourself. Okay, you are doing this for your family or whatever your purpose, but learn to love the growth. Learn to love the growth. Okay, because um, the journey, the journey is the reward, and the money is not gonna get you. The money is not gonna get you happy. If you have money, yeah, you'll do things that get you happy, whatever. But if you have a hole inside that you're fucking, you're missing, you're lacking, whatever, then fucked. So really focus on that. Okay, really focus on that. Find your. That's going back to your edge. You know, you can find your edge by grounding yourself with God. You know, and that's the most important thing for me. Is trust God. Okay, and pray. Have your talks with Him, and then you can meditate. And another one is practice gratitude. Okay, you can't do bad if you're grateful for what you have. Is now, you know, so that goes back to mindset. You know, God, God will be your fuel and your armor. Okay, He has conquered the world, so just Jesus conquered the world. So with Him, you'll find God. Okay, and then enjoy the process and trust. Enjoy the process, trust, and lastly, again, the journey is the reward. That's really big. So really focus um, on your purpose, on all this stuff. It was a lot to take in, and uh, it was a lot to take in. But really focus on this, and I hope this helps you, and I hope you become a better trader. It is tough, but put in the hard work and put in the time. Enjoy. You know, you have a win, fucking celebrate. You have a loss, learn from it. You know, and when you use your wins as fuel to keep learning, to keep on growing, that's only going to get better and better. Okay, so I hope this helps, and um, I rewatch these videos and kind of just solidify all this stuff in my head. So I'm grateful I did this. I had the energy to do this, and I hope this really helps you out too. You know, you have to do the stuff that others don't want to do, like journaling, you know, studying, putting in the time. They want that shit now, but it's not when you want it now. You know what I mean? You have to put in the time, put in the work, and God will give you everything that you want when you're ready for it. So just put in the time. Okay? Much love. Peace. Peace. Peace.